The dimensional modulator on the blink, and now air in the pipes.
Doctor! Doctor!
Oh, it's you two. Whatever's the matter. Look, if they don't have crispy duck...
Doctor, open the door now!
All right. Hold on to your wonton.
Crispy duck and egg fried rice, was it?
I think you better shut the door, Doctor.
I give up. We come to the Lau dynasty for a nice bowl of wonton and crispy duck, and exactly how did you manage to upset the locals?
Let's just say the Lau Palace turned out not to be a restaurant.
Of course not. It's a palace, which would explain the Imperial Guards hurling spears, I suppose. Maybe we should make this a takeaway. I hope you left Emperor Chanzo a good tip.
Yeah, use more salt.
Maybe just need some new valves.
Doctor, what's happening?
Don't panic, just a bump, hardly a scrape, really.
What with?
Another spaceship! Oh! That's new. Ooh, it's rather pretty, don't you think?
Is it real? I mean, is it really there?
Of course it is. It's a dimensional lesion. I'll show you. You see? It's a portal.
But what's it doing in the TARDIS?
Caused by the impact with that alien ship, I'd say. Rory, pass me the sonic, will you? And don't throw it!
Sorry.
Duh.
Interdimensional pressure differential. No worries, you can go and get it.
Me?
I can't go, obviously. I have to stay here and make sure the lesion doesn't close on you.
Close on me?
Hurry up! What's the Doctor without his sonic screwdriver? Inscrutable. Go!
The Doctor didn't even attempt to catch that.
Rory, perhaps you'd better hurry. This lesion looks a bit unstable.
One day, I'll be the one to stay safely in the TARDIS.
This bit does seem slightly pointless considering we've just completed the first series. But it is another mini tutorial area.
Oh, it's always me that has to do these things.
Why is he acting like a victim? He's the one who threw the thing in the first place.
Right, Amy, we're going to have to fix this lesion properly. We need a dimensional equalizer.
And have you got one?
No, of course I haven't. There's no such thing.
Well, that's useful then.
But I'm the Doctor. I can make one, can't I? I just need a Cardanium vortex tuner and a Zardak holofield trap.
And have you got those?
Of course I have, in the drawing room. Now, hurry up and find them and put them together for me.
Now, where can I find the holo doodah and the vortex whatchamacallit?
Welcome back to the drawing room. It's pretty much the same as what we saw in the third episode, but there are several new objects in here. I believe that is the only 4 here. Now, this episode is considerably longer than the first series, pretty much combined, I'd say. And they do attempt to make it more of a standard adventure game. I mean, there's still moments of mini games and such, but on the whole, it's more traditional. And they've slightly revamped the inventory system. We can now actually combine items together.
Okay, so thing A connects to thing B, sort of, and hey presto! Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you thing C.
Oh, good work, Pond. Efficiency. That's what I like to see.
Well, I try.
And speaking of mini-games, basically we have to match up these shapes and we have to cross the line each and every time. And we can't actually cross over any of the previous lines, but thankfully this one is pretty simple.
Works pretty well, even if I do say so myself.
Doctor? What's this?
It's a subtemporal distress signal from another ship.
Oh, the one we bumped?
Honestly, it was nothing more than a ding. Well, we better go and take a look. Exchange insurance details. Ah, smell that. London.
Oh, it smells like something died.
Well, of course, it's 1605. You don't think they got bubonic plague because everything was clean, do you?
Bubonic plague?
Are you worried? I'm not worried. I'm a doctor, you're a nurse. Besides, 1605 was a quiet year for the plague. Only around 400 people died from it.
So we're in London, but where?
Isn't it obvious? Underground.
I was hoping for something more specific.
You want something specific? I'll be specific. We've got a problem.
How did that get here?
I'm afraid we brought it here. It's a byproduct of our scrape with that alien ship.
Oh, a scrape now, is it? I thought it was just a bump.
Point is, this probably isn't the only one, and they're being generated by the proximity of the TARDIS and whatever we bumped into, which is fine. Only we can't go until we've found that ship, and meanwhile this lesion is highly unstable, and if I'm not careful it could swallow up the whole of London.
I'll get you the equalizer thing.
It's going to take a bit more than that. So, you two try and find that ship while I deal with this. And remember, the Lau dynasty was 400 years ago. That's when that ship crashed. Wherever we are, this is probably built on top of it.
Okay, Doctor.
And Pons, be careful.
There isn't too much behind us. We have the TARDIS to the right, but there is nothing new to see in there. The Doctor to the left, but we can't actually interact with him. But there is something slightly different in this episode. Instead of actually having Doctor Who facts, this episode contains Jacobean life facts. And throughout this whole episode, I believe there are 41 of them. And I will be collecting all of them.
London in the 17th century. That must be full of pomp and colour. And we get stuck in a cellar. Typical.
The time is nearly upon us. Soon, the false king will be dead, and England will rejoice again in God's pleasure.
A great day for all. Now, come. We have business with our brothers.
They sound suspicious. Let's see where they're heading.
Oh, hello, Stealth, my old friend.
Oh, these old creaking corridors make some noises that would make the dead shiver.
Do you think we can trust everyone?
We were all chosen because we can be trusted. Do not doubt that.
Now this one is slightly unique.
Humans first discovered gunpowder in the 9th century. Made from charcoal and saltpeter, the explosive force gets bigger when added to sulfur. Guy Fawkes planned to set off 2,500 kilograms of gunpowder to destroy King James and his parliament in 1605, but his plan was foiled.
I believe that there is one more of those in the game. I will try to remember where it is.
I trust you left your house in order? God is on our side in this endeavour, but even his work may take a heavy toll. Who is to say which of us will see the morning?
I did as you asked.
Good. Your family deserve the future we will bring them.
This area isn't too hard, we just need to follow these guys. And not get caught.
We ought to find out where these guys are heading.
Ugh! Another rat! I hate the filthy things. This town is infested.
Ease your fear, my friend. The rats were born to the sewers, but there is far worse vermin in the halls of the monarch. But soon we will destroy them, and the king rat upon which they all depend.
Then, pray to God they take these unholy brethren with them.
There must be some way to find out what these dodgy characters are up to.
Shoot! Shoot!
No, I have no idea what they're saying.
There is something about you that those rats find irresistible.
Get lost!
I think that's meant to be a clue. I mean, we are carrying prawn crackers.
Huh. That's strange. That torch, it's flickering like air's rushing past.
It looks more like a glitch to me. A tiny hole, you say?
Lady Winters, your beauty illuminates even these dank surroundings.
Enough of your flattery, Catesby. Is all set?
Aye, milady, it is. Tomorrow the Protestant king will come to open his parliament above us. and will be welcomed by 41 kegs of gunpowder.
Oh my god. We're under the Houses of Parliament. It's 1605 and this is the gunpowder plot.
It will be my honour to light the fuse.
And he must be
Guy Fawkes.
You and your men have done well, Catesby.
It is God's work to remove this impostor king. Our plans were in motion before you joined us, my lady. But your presence has brightened our toils.
Who the hell is that cheesy creep?
Sir Robert Catesby, I think. He was the brains. The thing I want to know is who's she?
Lady Winters.
There wasn't any Lady Winters. The plotters were all men.
We have all been given a paper detailing the group's final meeting tonight. We shall rendezvous as planned.
We've got to find out what's really going on here. We need that bit of paper.
You create a distraction. I'll grab the paper.
I love this adventure game logic. We're standing right by this very open vent and talking, but no one can see us or hear us.
We need to get our hands on that document.
I'll wait by that door. If you can create a distraction to bring them out of the other one, I can try and get that paper.
We could just knock on the door and run. The answer here is just to use these crackers.
Right! What in heaven's name is going on here?
Guido, the rats! They're everywhere! The filthy devils!
Fool. Ignore them. We have a job to do. Come on.
Milady, I know we do what we do for God and for England. But I want you to know, if I'm not destined to survive these proceedings, I shall carry the memory of your sweet face to heaven.
All I ask, Fawkes, is that you raise that place above us to ruin.
Did you see that? Her eyes glowed.
We need to tell the doctor about this.
We need to get our hands on that document. Right, take him the paper and tell him what's going on. I'm going to keep an eye on Lady Gaga.
Okay, just be careful. All right?
You too. Let's see where you're headed, Green Lady, with your glowing eyes.
I'm guessing that she is the owner of the ship that we are looking for. Anyway, we have time. There's a couple of more things of note. Okay, we are done here for now, but you can probably guess that we will return here later.
Where are you going?
There's a fair amount of facts in this place. Let's go and grab them before we continue on with the plot.
There you are.
I know that they are trying to add some life into this game. This is a rather large area.
Where are you going?
We will find out momentarily. But there really isn't a lot in this location of interest, or that can actually be interacted with. But it is pretty well detailed, and I do appreciate the efforts that they've actually made. Okay, let's go and find Lady Winters. That should have been the last item in this location.
Right, Gizmos, do your thing. Excellent. Less than excellent. Amy?
Oh my god!
Amy! Amy!
Thanks, Doctor, but now what's the plan?
Plan? I'm sorry, saving you from being fried to a crisp was as far as I got. A plan. Interesting idea. Ah, yes! Sensitive to high-frequency noise. Well done, Pond.
The answer to this one is simply just run up and zap it.
Ha ha! Fingernails on a chalkboard. No one can stand that. After her! Come on!
She did it again.
I hate shapeshifters. They never play fair in a chase.
What was that?
A Rutan. I'm afraid that must have been what we bumped into. A Rutan ship.
So what do they want with Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes? Guido?
We saw him. Me and Rory, down in the cellars. Those cellars are under Parliament. This is 1605, Doctor. November 5th, 1605.
Yes, I know all that.
You know?
Remember the 5th of November? How could I forget? What I don't know is why a Rutan would be getting pally with them. And the real problem is that it might not just be Rutans. The thing about aliens is, they're never as careful as they think they are. People notice stuff, all sorts of stuff. Odd stuff, strange stuff. Come on, Pond, let's go and find the word on the smelly street. Ugh.
We don't actually have to go too far.
Doctor, what's wrong with him?
He looks catatonic. No doubt a result of encountering the lesion.
What, you mean the lesion did this to him?
No, his brain did this to him. This is a London town crier in 1605. His brain has no point of reference for something like this. He's never seen a temporal portal before, so when his brain can't cope, it closes down.
Well, Doctor?
Oh yes, we need to use this. Exactly the same as before.
Sir, I must thank you. This strange wonder has me bewitched. It is like some gateway to another realm.
Okay, why has it just come up with one option? It would have been a lot more easier just to continue the conversation as is.
Tell me what you know about these gateways.
Little enough. I went looking for the truth behind the wild stories that young Charlie told me. And then, before I know what, a great many of these gateways appeared about the streets. And it worries me greatly.
I'm actually amazed he can talk without moving his lips.
Charlie? Who's Charlie?
A young orphan who came to me with stories of travelling through these strange gateways to the house of the Green Lady.
Okay, I misspoke. He actually is moving his lips.
So what about this Green Lady? Who is she?
I haven't seen her myself, but everyone talks of an apparition of a well-to-do lady, beautiful to look at, who wanders the streets after dark. She is dressed in green, and some say her eyes glow like emeralds lit with cold fire. Others say she appears and disappears before your eyes.
You said there were more of these gateways. Where are they?
There are 2 others I know of. I can take you to them if you wish.
Okay, Amy, I'm going to go with this Sterling fellow and see if I can deal with the other legions round here before they tear London apart.
And what about me?
See if you can find out more about this Charlie chappie. Chat to people. Get the goss. You're good at that.